India has cleared the hydropower project on the Chenab. This is a big move that's coming after the Indus Waters Treaty was put on hold. Remember that the treaty was put in abeyance. The 260 megawatt project has now been cleared. And Indus says there seems to be reaction coming in from Pakistan that is now crying foul over the hydropower project. This is the latest that we're tracking at this hour as India has cleared a hydropower project on the river Chenab. This big move comes after putting the Indus Waters Treaty into abeyance. Remember that this came in after the Pahalgam terror attack when India had in fact put the treaty brokered by the World Bank into abeyance. Now the 260 megawatt project has now been cleared, and amidst this, there seems to be reactions coming in from Pakistan, where Pakistan has in fact cried foul over the hydropower project. Well, on this, you have my colleague Pradeep Datta joining us on the broadcast. Now, Pradeep, of course, under the Indus Waters Treaty, India was only allowed restricted use of the Chenab waters. But now it seems that with the treaty being put into abeyance, it seems that India is now working on its latest stance, which is, of course, to utilize every drop of the water of the river.
Yes, you're absolutely right. In fact, after Pahalgam attack, India sent a message loud and clear that water and blood can't flow together. That was one of the reasons that Indus Waters Treaty was put under abeyance. And the idea was that they will water is used by the people of Jammu and Kashmir and people of the country. And now Government of India has given a nod for Dulhasti 260 megawatt power project. And we have seen that how Pakistan has started crying horse. Tahir Hussain Andrabi, who is the foreign ministry spokesperson of Pakistan, he has said that this is a matter of concern and India has not informed them. But so far as Government of India is concerned, when any treaty is put under abeyance, that means they are not supposed to give any information to Pakistan in this regard, because now the treaty is under abeyance. So when the treaty was there working, so what Pakistan was doing, while Pakistan was carrying out terror attack, and India was only providing them information, India was allowing them to utilize water also. So now Government of India, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has sent a message out and clear that there is going to be a zero tolerance policy towards terror. And as a part of the zero tolerance policy, they made it clear that water will not flow to Pakistan. They will ensure that each drop of the water is utilized for the people of the country. And with this 260 megawatt Dulhasti project coming up, people will get proper electricity in this region. Because earlier what happened, when Dulhasti 1 was constructed, it took about 20 years for construction of the project. That only increased the cost of the project. Reason being that every time Pakistan used to raise objection, Indus Water Commission from Pakistan used to come out to this place. Every time they used to raise objection over one issue or the other, over the construction unnecessarily. But basically they were playing politics over the issue, not allowing India to construct hydroelectric project, because run-of-the-mill project can be constructed, which they stalled on several occasions. That's why we have seen that the even Salal project as well as Dulhasti project, it took about 2 decades to 3 decades for completion. That hardly served any purpose of the people of the country. But now, with this treaty put in abeyance, the Government of India is trying to utilize this time. They want that not only this Dulhasti project too, but also they will be going ahead with Dul Pakal project. They will also be going ahead with Savla Road project, so that no more Jammu and Kashmir is power starved. They do not face any kind of a problem. Because as per 1960 Indus Water Treaty, the water of the 3 rivers like Indus, Jhelum and Chenab are to be shared with Pakistan, but the 3 rivers like Jhelum, Ravi, Satluj, Beas, they are to be for India. But now what is happening is that when this treaty is put in abeyance, now India can even store this water and ensure that the water is utilized for the countrymen, for the farmers, and also for the benefit of the people, that they can have more electricity and power supply. And it is with that intent only now the Government of India is constructing this Dulhasti 2 projects. So message is clear that we will not allow water and blood to flow together, and that's one of the reasons now Pakistan has started feeling heat, because this was the first surgical strike before Operation Sindoor was launched 15 days after Pahalgam attack, in which we saw that in 23-minute operation, 26 missiles were fired, many of their terror 10 were decimated and demolished. But after that, when Pakistan started targeting Indian villages, India was left with no other option but to target their air bases, sending a message loud and clear that with precision we can teach you a lesson. All you have to do is stop terror-related activity. But India never ever wanted to ride high on that escalation ladder. That was one of the reasons they did not target many of their army camps. But India only wanted to destroy terror infrastructure. Besides this, they also try to make them feel heat, and because India wanted to hit them hard where it's going to hurt them most. And so far as water is concerned, it's definitely going to hurt most Pakistan, because they are already water starved, and they are now crying horse, calling it weaponization of water by India. They have gone to that extent, because they're saying that India is trying to weaponize water. While as India has maintained it that there was 1971 war, we continued with the Indus Indus Water Treaty. There was a Kargil invasion. We continued with Indus Water Treaty. There were so many other problems in the past. You got proxy war for more than 3 decades. We continued with Indus Water Treaty. But now you were crossing the line when the tourists were killed in Baisaran Valley in Pahalgam on April 22nd. So we were left with no other option but to decide that water will not flow to the Pakistan side, because cooperation can be two-way process. It can't be just one-way process, because you will keep on bleeding India 1,000 cut, and India will keep on allowing you to enjoy perks, emoluments and water, and that is not done. So there is a very strong political will shown by the Modi government, and now they're going ahead with this project. They will ensure that this project is completed within a time frame, and so that there is no cost escalation and the people are able to reap the benefits before once again Pakistan tries to internationalize this issue. Because in the past we have seen that they have approached the international court on several occasions, raised objection, because of which many of the projects got delayed, and it increased the cost escalation also. By the time the project will complete, it will hardly of any use, because it often led to siltation. Because of the siltation, many of the turbines were not able to work properly. But now I think that nothing of that sort is really going to happen.
Right.
So message is clear, and you can see already Pakistan has started crying horse, and the strong message coming from Tahir Hussain Andrabi, who is a spokesperson of the Foreign Ministry of Pakistan, saying that it's a matter of concern. They should have informed us. But now there is no obligation to Government of India to inform them, because Indus Water Treaty is put under abeyance.
Right, absolutely, Pradeep. But I also wish to understand from you, you've said something extremely interesting. Of course, this is in line of what the Prime Minister initially had maintained, which was the fact that blood and water cannot flow together. Now, help us understand what exactly are some of the regions that this will benefit. You've also mentioned about how this is going to, ease the burden when it comes to electricity shortages and things of that sort.
See, one has to understand this thing, because they had been always saying that line of control, when India carried out the first surgical strike, that time India had sent a message loud and clear that because every time you had been crossing line of control, you had been violating line of control, so line of control will be no more sacrosanct for us. And we saw that paradigm shift in India's military strategy when first surgical strike was carried out.
Sorry to interrupt you there. We also have a reaction coming in from Mr. Surinder Thapa, who happens to be the ex-engineer of the Baglihar Dam. Let's also listen into what he had to say.
Rose. After Pahalgam attack, certain measures were taken by Government of India. Government of India decided that Indus Water Treaty need to be kept in abeyance. Idea was that water and blood can't flow together. We have seen that now Government of India has given a green signal for the construction of phase 2 of Dulhasti project, 260 megawatt project. And I am joined by the ex-chief engineer of Baglihar, Mr. Surinder Thapa. Let me speak to him, because he is an expert on the subject. We'll try to find out how this is really going to benefit and help Government of India. Sir, कैसे ये help करता है 260 megawatt जो phase 2 आ रहा है? How it is really going to help and how it is going to hurt Pakistan?
Well, it's not only the case of Dulhasti. There are so many projects which are coming on the Chenab River front. About 10,000 megawatt generation is being done on Chenab. So the major project right now coming on a construction basis, they are Sablakot, Dulhasti, and Kirthei, Kawad. Many more projects are coming. So Indus Water Treaty was the biggest constraint in timely execution of these projects, because the Pakistan was putting a hurdle on the name of Indus Water Treaty. Whenever we were submitting any DPR, the Pakistan was always creating hurdles in clearing the DPRs. With the result, the projects were delayed unnecessarily for so many years together, and with the result, the projects become unviable.